Okay, chainsaw doing really good. Hello there, I'm the Nightmare Duke and welcome to another Fallout 76 video where today we are jumping in with the chainsaw, a weapon that we've covered since it was put into the PTS, and now of course it's in the live game, and it's definitely a weapon you don't want to miss out on. So, from being really fun and powerful to use to being absolutely insanely broken and soloing the endgame bosses in a matter of seconds, the chainsaw has definitely made itself heard. And now it's in the live game and performing exceptionally well, and all the footage you see here, this was the build that I was using. Well, I wouldn't even call it a build for the chainsaw because I was just on my heavy gunner build and slapped on Incisor. So clearly the chainsaw don't care about having all of the melee perk cards, just give it Incisor and you're good to go. Wasn't even using any legendary perk cards here, so there's definitely even more damage and performance that can be gained by actually rocking a full melee build for it. But if you don't want to, then hey, you clearly don't need to. Just use Incisor and you're good to go. But yeah, the behemoth destroyed in no time regular super mutants here in West Tech, of course all level 100, and the chainsaw just cutting through them with no issues and not even slowing down. Super fun to use, really strong. I'll get into the legendary role that I have on this in a moment, but yeah, after using this and also using the auto axe for a while, the melee weapons definitely bring in their A game in Season 10, and I knew the chainsaw was going to be super fun to use, which is why I covered it quite a bit. But yeah, as you can see, these super mutants, no issues, over to something like a Deathclaw and your tankier targets, and again, no problem for our good little chainsaw here. This is going to be really strong on the bosses as well. Not the insanely broken legacy levels that it was at when the dual bar mod was broken, but still a very powerful option to go for. And if you want ultra survivability, then hey, Vampires has got you covered there. But over to the role, the one I'm using here is an anti-armor. I like testing anti-armor in most of my vids. Can use it on, bloodied or full health build, so it's always easy to recommend and use with whatever build you got going. Anti-armor will always be there for you, but the dual bar mod here and the flamer mod, so our chainsaw is fully kitted out, also 40% more attack power damage, and then just +1 endurance as the third star. So definitely a good role. Vamp if you want that ultra survivability, bloodied if you want to push the most damage out of it as you can. Second star, I can recommend that 40% increase for your power attack, which automatic melee weapons are basically doing continuously so. Now, the role and the footage out of the way, for anyone who wants to farm the chainsaw, I'll just go over a couple of locations quickly for you. Also, if you're looking for the flamer mod or the, the longbow bar mod, you can always find those at many of the train station vendors around the map. The others you can sometimes find there, but you can learn those from scrapping the chainsaws. And another thing to point out is the AP usage for it is really not bad at all. As you can see, that AP bar there going down, but nothing too crazy. Of course, if you're running around and using your jetpack, then it'll be a little bit worse. But I mean, continuously holding it down like this, it's really not too bad of an AP drain. So yeah, over to those locations for you if you're looking for the chainsaws. Over at the Ranger District Office in the building here, on these crates, there can be a spawn of a chainsaw there. The second location is pretty close, over at Crimson Prospect, where you spawn in, or where you generally spawn in. Just run to the opposite side of the Blood Eagle camp here, and there can be a potential spawn of a chainsaw on the shelf over here. And let's see, and over here, there we go, on the shelf. The third location is over at, not over at, but by White Powder Winter Sports, in the mountains behind it kind of thing. I'll just show the full path here, in case anyone wants that full path. I won't speed it up or anything like that, but for the chainsaw, it is worth it, and it's a bit of a jog, but it'll be worth it. So this is another spawn for the chainsaw. Just make your way past the White Powder Winter Sports there, into the mountainous area. There'll also be an electric tower on the left hand side, usually a super mutant over here at the electricity tower, which you'll also run past, and you're looking for the little lumberjack camp up on the hills there. So there's that tower. Also make your way past that. We'll just keep going here. No one's here, super mutant, don't worry. And there can be a chainsaw that spawns here, which, makes sense at a lumberjack camp. But just keep making your way up into the mountain region here. There's a little path that you can take. And then on your right hand side will be that camp. Just a little further. And there we go. Good scavenger. And over here on the floor can be that chainsaw for you. The next location is over at the Metal Dome for the Test Your Metal event. Just make your way through the arena, take the exit on the opposite side, and then there'll be, well, there can be a chainsaw on the right here in the little building on the floor over there. And then the last one that's easy to farm is the Poseidon Energy Plant. It's part of the Wastelanders quest line if you're taking the Raider pathway. But if you go into this building over here and then just make your way through it, there can usually be a chainsaw spawn. It doesn't often spawn for me here, but it can spawn. So if we just go through here, take the pipe and a little jump, and it can be over here on the table, but it's not here for me currently. But that'll be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, then hey, consider liking and subscribing and sticking around for more Fallout content. As always, massive thank you to the channel members for their support. But for now, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.